The fuck is up, guys? It's the best show in the world. I swear to God, it's not a podcast. It's good talk. I'm your host, Steve, aka Outfit Repeater, because I feel like a cartoon sometimes. And today, we have a lovely guest coming all the way from one of the most beautiful places in the world, Washington, D.C. And you know DC's in the motherfucking building because I just see some Nike boots in this motherfucker. Please give it up for the talented World Smith, EZY. What's cracking, man?
Not much, man. I'm chilling. How y'all?
I'm chilling. I just want everyone to know you came in drinking a gallon of water, and I respect it.
You know, I got to stay hydrated.
Bro, see what I do? I don't even drink that much water. I be drinking Gatorade, and then I just found out Gatorade like hella bad for you, bro. Like I pay taxes and shit. I'm an adult. I should have known Gatorade was bad for me. You feel me?
Nah, it's cool though, but you know, water is just it's the best thing for you.
That's a fact. That's
all you really need, for real.
That's a fact. Now, how would you describe your music in 3 words?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I be like on y'all page and shit, and I always like hear this question, and it really like challenged me because I feel like I do a lot of different shit with my music, regardless of if it's out or not. But for me, like I'll say, like I was really in the crib practicing and shit. Like, what's my 3 words and all that? But I would say real, purposeful, and I'm gonna go with like soulful, because I feel like I put my heart into a lot of the shit that I do.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like your pen is crazy, because like I consider Imperfect, his latest album, go bump that. I consider that scrunch face music, just like bars. But I think one of your like major talents is you know how to manipulate your voice. Cause some shit I was thinking it's another rapper, then I'm looking, I'm like, yo, there's no feature on this. He just like knows how to change his voice, and I think that's like crazy. What was your like recording and writing process for that project?
Yeah. So crazy enough, how Imperfect came about. Imperfect wasn't even supposed to be an album. It was supposed to be an EP that was only produced by Curdy. Shout out Curdy. But I was at my man's crib. Shout out Abstract Job. I was at his crib, and like probably like 2 weeks before I was about to drop the EP, we was just listening to old shit, and I was trying to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do with all the other music. And it was just like, yo, bro, like just like throw that shit on the project and just call it an album. And I was just like, nah, that's crazy. Like, nah, you're wild. And so I thought about it. We arranged it. You know, we put all the shit together and listened to it all, and that shit like sounded good. And I kind of just went with it. But a lot of the songs was made in different times and different like points of my life. I was going through different shit. But really, like the project is really like grounded off of 4 songs, and those 4 songs was Understand Me, which was like the second. Well, yeah, Understand Me. Stay Dangerous. Stay Dangerous was a part of that 4. What was the other one? Repeat, I know was on there. Either way, all the songs that was produced by Curdy, like that was the main focal point, and then we just added other shit. But like Gas Fuel wasn't gonna be on there. Act Like You Know wasn't gonna be on there. Questionables wasn't gonna be on there. Like it was a lot of great songs that was just not gonna be on there. And I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with any of those. But writing it, it was just like I kind of take my time with the shit I do, because I do a lot of the shit I do off just like feeling. And certain days I feel great and the shit is just easy and everything flows smooth. Some days I'm forcing shit out, but as a creator, we just gotta stay locked in. But I don't know, it just was, the whole project came about from just different periods of last year. Crazy enough, I had dropped 2 projects, not even realizing I had dropped 2 albums in 1 year. One called Trial, which literally dropped around my birthday, was in February of last year, and then I dropped one in November of 2022 too. So just different events in my life, different times of me feeling different shit, and just trying to be my most authentic self.
For sure. I feel like majority of the artists I know, they always need that push because they're like second guessing their work. So I'm so happy your homie was just like, yo, just throw that shit together, bro. We got something. Because if you never told me that, bro, I would have never known that because how cohesive it sounds. Mm-hmm. But I do hear in your music, like every song does sound like it's coming from like a certain feeling. Like you went through something to write it. You're not just like writing to write. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which I think is dope. But one of the dopest things I think about your album is the basketball references. And a little birdie told me that one of your favorite movies is Like Mike, underrated basketball film. We don't talk about it.
That's a fact. I like Mike 2 and all that too. But
I didn't even see Like Mike 2. That's the shit with Kevin Durant?
Nah.
Kevin Durant was he in Like Mike 3?
I don't know if he was in Like
What was the movie where Kevin Durant, like somebody took his skill? That's not Like Mike 3?
I don't think that's like that's a whole nother
bugging, forgive me.
What's his name? Like Mike 2.
Oh, Like Mike 2 was with the nigga that had the show on Nickelodeon. Yeah, oh my God.
That shit was
Lil
like
JJ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like Mike 2 was nice too.
Nah, Like Mike 2 was alright. You know what's crazy? That nigga doing Wildin' Out now. Shout out Lil JJ, bro. I hope you're doing okay. But what's your top 5 basketball players right now?
Top 5 basketball players.
Right now.
I'm going with my man Shai Gilgeous from the Thunder. Thunder, my favorite team.
Bad boy. SGA is a bad boy.
Shout out my boy. We gonna link my boy. But Shai, KD still in my top 5.
Yes.
KD. It's a lot of nice like niggas in the league.
Super.
I'ma just say Dame since he been wildin'.
Bad boy. Okay.
I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown.
Whoa.
I'm gonna go Jaylen Brown. Excuse me. JT is still. I'm gonna give him the crown for that team, but I ain't gonna lie. Jaylen Brown. I'm going Jaylen Brown. Like Jaylen Brown is nice.
No, they was making fun of his dribbling. You see what my man was doing in the All-Star game?
Listen,
tween.
But he was big in JT.
Yeah.
He was
cooking him, bro.
JT was getting his too, but just for the sake of the city, I go Brad Beal.
I respect it. Do I think Bradley Beal is an overpaid motherfucker? Yes. Can he shoot the ball? For sure. But this, you know what's crazy? I asked this question before, and someone else, not from DC, from the city of New York, put Bradley Beal top 5.
Top 5 like ever?
Nah,
just
right
top
now,
5
right now.
That's a stretch.
The man picks him one, but that's a stretch.
That's a stretch. It's a lot of niggas in the league like that's really like nice.
Yeah.
So.
But hey, you gotta do it for DC. On the topic of DC,
sure.
What's your favorite part, like favorite thing about watching DC, and how much do you think DC has affected your music?
What's my favorite part of just DC in general?
Yeah, like any aspect of it. It doesn't have to be a location.
I say the culture. Like it's no place like the city. Like we have our own culture. We got our own music. Mm-hmm. We got our own lingo. Like I feel like we're just original people. Although I will say this, like we're all original, but like we're all from there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the people that are from there like to look the same. Mm-hmm. That's my only issue. But what I will say is we're our own people. We got our own culture. Like I said, our own music. We just be on our own shit.
That's a fact.
But at the same time, I feel like we got to branch off. You know, it's a lot more than just the city. And I feel like that's the mentality of a lot of the niggas there. But specific place, I don't know. It's just whatever you kind of want to get into. Like it's a spot for you.
That's a fact.
It might not be as large as New York because y'all got different boroughs and all that. But U Street, you want to get into parties. We got clubs, all that normal shit. But I don't know. I don't know. But
You know what I think DC is, and I don't no nerds come after me, please. But what's the shit in Black Panther, the Wakanda? That's like my Wakanda. Like when I pulled up to DC first time, I was doing a comedy show, and it was first time bare black people, just mad black people.
what part of the city you was in?
I was at, I think it's the Unified Improv Theater was the name of it.
You know what part of DC?
Nah, I can't tell you. But it was mad black people, and I was like, this is nuts. And it's like, you ever seen a black person and you're like, damn, I'm happy I'm black. Like every single person like that
Nah, that's how
is in DC, and it's just, bro, it's beautiful.
It's fake like a mini melting pot, like, cause a lot of people want all the federal buildings and all of that, so it's always business that's coming through DC. But a lot of people either come to school, they want to go to Howard, AU, Georgetown, so you getting a lot of different types of people from all walks of life that's, mingling in the city. But I will say, like, what people see of the city, like the monument, the Capitol building, is not the city. Like, and
So I wasn't nowhere near that shit.
yeah, and I'll go back to the point of like how it shaped my music. Like, I live in a city where a lot of the stuff that I create, is like not common at all. Like, I don't, besides the people that I rock with, there's like nobody in the city that makes music like me. And that's not off no like cocky shit. It's just we so stuck in our ways, and we don't ever want to, I guess, be more diverse, that we get caught up trying to appeal to the next man. And it's a lot of that. Like, I say it's like, but then let me not disrespect the niggas that make the music though, cause all that shit crank. I ain't even know. But it's just so diluted with that. And it's like a DMV drill type of sound.
Okay, you answered the question I was gonna ask.
Yeah, so it's its own, like I said, it's still its own thing, and a lot of people do be copying that shit because the shit do crank, but it's like a match. So we got y'all got boroughs, we got quads, we got northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Imagine in all of these quadrants, they're making the same music, making the same flows, talking about the same shit, hopping out of free car, spinning, all that. Like, that's what niggas get into. So my whole mission and my whole goal was just to be off some, be who you are. Cause it's a lot of niggas that talk about that shit and don't be about that shit.
Yep.
And then they get caught up in the wrong shit. Trying to be somebody, that they not. And it's sad, cause like a good friend of mine got caught up in some shit trying to be somebody that he wasn't. And I really don't know when the last time I said it.
Oh my God.
And that was probably like 4 years ago. And he was younger than me. I'm 20. I just turned 23. So he was younger than me at the time. But I don't know, it's easy to get lost in this city. Like, especially if your people's not grounded. You shout out to my mom.
Yeah, shout out to all the moms out there. Y'all deserve some love. All the black moms on some real shit.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, the city shaped my music, because what I see on a regular basis is just, I don't know, all the stuff that I don't want to be. So instead of becoming that, I chose to, I guess, shine light on the stuff that you can be, and be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Speak your truth. And it's okay to be different. That's why I move the way I move. I talk the way I talk. And, given that fact, I feel like I could go anywhere and be good.
Hell yeah. Most definitely. Now, Little Birdie told me 2 of your favorite movies is The Bourne Identity, classic, and Rush Hour, super classic. Now, what song of yours would you pick to be in an action movie?
Stay dangerous.
Yeah.
So got to.
Yes, yeah. Bro. Yes, bro. That would be tight.
That would be crazy.
That would be tight. You gotta have like a nigga running through that shit, like, jump over a fence.
That shit would be wild.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Excuse me. I went straight to Stay Dangerous and like a Rush Hour scene. Like the niggas doing some crazy shit, some fighting shit. I don't know, but that shit would be wild.
Yeah, man. I can see that right now. We gotta get like Jackie back.
And it's crazy because I went to this it was like a kung fu movie, beats and kung fu, some big wild shit at this place called Songbird. Shout out Songbird. And it was like, it really, that's what reminded me of what you just said though, because it was literally like old ass kung fu movies off some like Wu-Tang shit, but like they should just throw like my song and we should see what it look like.
I don't know if you ever watched Fuse, the music channel. That shit was like back in the day.
Sound familiar.
I think it was channel 56 if you was like an I don't know what it is in DC, but they used to have a show where they had like reggae, like musicians dub kung fu movies. And bro, I was dying. Yo, if anybody could send me the name of that show, I got weed at the crib and I got time. Please do, because that shit is crazy.
That's hilarious.
Nah, it's crazy. Now, if you could save the world by playing one album only, would it be How I Got Over by The Roots, Continuum by John Mayer, Coming From Where I'm From by Anthony Hamilton?
I'm gonna go How I Got Over by The Roots.
Yes.
I'm gonna go How I Got Over by The Roots. And it's crazy though, because when I was young, like my rest in peace to my father, like he used to play a lot of like wild shit. And I actually think this might have been my mom that put me on, but I would just be in the car sometimes like listening to this shit and like rapping the lyrics and shit, but not knowing what the fuck these niggas was talking about. Mm-hmm. And then I've been doing is going back and listening to all like the music that I grew up on, and it's like these niggas is really like talking about shit that's still relevant to today, you know. So I'm definitely going How I Got Over.
I'm gonna
I got a chance to meet Black Thought too, which was crazy.
Bro, yeah. That is where. Tell me about that.
I was a part of Black Thought's masterclass that happened last April at the Kennedy Center. Wow. Crazy enough, I got to perform at the Kennedy Center and all of that. That shit was a crazy experience. But I met Black Thought like he was giving us tips and shit like that on to how to breathe and write and exercise and shit like that. Then Ninth Wonder also came through, which was crazy. He taught like a production class, basically the shit he be teaching, because he teaches at I think Duke University.
Ninth Wonder is a professor at Duke on music production.
I think he teaches like a music type of class. I don't know if it's music production. It might be like the history of music.
Copy.
But he kind of did the same shit there. I don't know if you're familiar with Mumu Fresh.
No.
She's a nut. I believe she's from Baltimore, but she rep the DMV area. Crazy artist. She's been on. She did. I think her most recent one was with Toby and Wigway.
Okay.
But she's crazy. But she was there too. And that was it was a crazy ass experience for sure.
I think Black Thought is probably one of, I would say, top 3 most underrated rappers all time.
Yeah, and I fake find it a little disrespectful.
Super disrespectful.
Cause it's like, in my eyes, like I do feel like he should be a part of those like legend conversations.
Me too.
But you know, he's still doing his thing. He real. That's what I loved about him. Like he real down to earth. He not like trying to create a facade or anything like that. Like he just real.
He kept it real, and he was able to get the checks in the white offices. Shout out Jimmy Fallon.
That's
you know what I'm talking about. Shout out Jonathan Larson. You feel me?
For real.
Now, do you remember the first song you ever recorded?
Yeah, that shit was trash. That shit was trash. I ain't even gonna lie to that. That was shitty. But what I will say is like, as much as I thought it was shitty, like the niggas around me didn't. You know? So it was crazy enough. So I used to go to a Boys and Girls Club at my house, and this Boys and Girls Club had like a studio inside of it. I think we was probably like 14, 15, something like that. But I wasn't really taking shit serious. And the studio was in a locker room. So, you know, we go downstairs, it's right by the gym, go into the locker room. We just was fucking around, and it was me, my African man named Isaac, and this other nigga named Fat Mark. Shout out Fat Mark and Isaac. We actually had this dude, he used to come in and like teach audio engineering and shit like that. So I believe his name was Max. Another guy that runs it too, his name was Lamont. Shout out all of them. Max, he produced the shit, and like niggas was playing the beat, and I was like ass, but I was like about to write some shit. So they go in there, they do their shit. Boom, they finish it. I'm stuck. I'm like, I don't even got nothing. Like, I'm gonna come back though. So I go back. I'm in the crib. Like, took me like a week and a half to write this verse. I'm just jotting down notes, and I came with a line. All this shit fire. Go back, record that shit, and then they was like, yo, you can rap. And I was just like, nah, I can't. This shit ass. But you know, that's where it all started. It's somewhere in my phone, but yeah, I don't ever plan on playing that anyway. Yeah.
Now compare that session to your most recent session.
It's different. It's different. And it's real growth. Like, to be able to see it, to be able to feel it.
Yeah.
It feels good. You know what I mean? Like, I've actually come from something, you know, put in work, got tired, almost gave up, kept going, pushed through, and to see where I'm at now, like, I'm proud of myself. I be telling myself that all the time, like, just continue.
Yep. Yep.
For sure.
Now, if you could be any object in the world, what would it be and why?
Damn. What the fuck? Any object?
Yeah.
Wow. Never been asked that question before. That's why I fuck with too good. The first thing that came to my mind was a car.
Oh, that would be lit though. That would be lit. Like a luxury car, or just like a vintage one?
Nah. Like a Model X Tesla.
Ooh.
That don't die. Like, it has a unlimited charge.
Yeah.
So I can just drive forever. I'm gonna drive like across the world. Don't know how that's gonna happen, but actually my Tesla gonna have a built-in boat. Yeah, it's also gonna have a plane too. So it's like a transformer, basically. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with that.
Can you talk though? Like, can the car talk? Like, the Transformers
The car
talk,
can do
right?
everything.
Oh, that's fire. If I had a
It's gonna talk through the radio.
what, bro? If I could have a talking boat, plane, robot, son, that shit is fire.
That's all you need in life, for real.
That's a fact, bro. That's a
You
fact.
ain't gotta eat no food. You don't gotta work out. Like, you ain't even gotta drink water. Like, you just good. Like,
Oh man.
you good.
Now, what would your dream show be like? Like the venue, the crowd, opener, first song you come out to, last song.
Dream show. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a part of a collective called Anlo. We having some technical difficulties right now, but we working shit out. But what I will say is, that my dream show would be like us in a stadium somewhere.
Ooh.
And, you know, people right here, you know, real, and it goes all the way about 200 yards back. You know, niggas up here in the little nosebleeds, and just big ass speakers that's like tall as this building playing our music. That'll be, once that happens, like, I'ma still keep making music, but like, we did some shit. I'm gonna be proud of like us.
Yeah.
Especially like niggas is fucking with us too. Like, nah, we don't need no head. Like, we doing our own shit. We don't need nobody, and everybody is fucking with us. I'm cool off that. I don't need nothing.
I respect it. Now, before we get the fuck out of here, is there anything you want to tell the viewers and listeners? Anything upcoming? Any gems?
I mean, stay hydrated. You know what I mean? Drink your water to keep your skin clear. Use a condom. That's a fact. What else? Nah, for real though.
That's
like,
real shit,
you see what I'm
though.
saying? Use a condom.
Yeah.
Like, it don't take much.
Yeah.
You know. But shout out the family. Shout out Too Good. Streaming Perfect. I got a video that released, I think it was January something, I forgot, called Revolutionary Suicide. It's about some real shit. Y'all should tune into that. Love all my brothers. Y'all know who y'all are. Man, you know, easy, true, the truest.
That's a fact.
Be yourself. Hey, man, I don't really, I think that's.
We got words of wisdom from a wordsmith all the way from DC. This was EZY. I'm Steve. This is Good Talk. I swear to God, this is not a podcast. We just shooting this shit. Please drink some water and wear protection. Real shit. Let's give it up for my man.